Hey y'all, it's Miss Katie. Welcome to Heritage Ways, where we honor home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. And I love looking through old recipes, old cookbooks. And today we're going to cook one of those old recipes that I found. Okay y'all, the kids are in the background playing a game of Monopoly on this snowy Ohio night. And I am going to make a recipe that I got. If you'll remember back in the summer, I got recipes from eBay, heritage recipes, recipe collection actually, 2 or 3 different collections, and I was just so excited to get those with some money that a couple of friends slash viewers turned friends had sent to me. So I wanted to share those recipes with you, and today we are going to make Gladys's graham squares. But I want you to see this cute 1940s, late 40s, early 50s chopper that my friend Tonya brought when they came to see us, and I've been using this, so I'm loving this cute little thing. Thank you, Tonya, for that. Let's get started making Gladys's graham squares. Okay, I have walnuts in here. The recipe calls for a cup of chopped nut meats, and I love this thing. I have walnuts. Now, my little makeshift kitchen island here is kind of wobbly, but it'll do. It'll do. I love this thing. It works so well. I also love that it has measurement markings on it. So I don't have to guess. The measurements are right there on it. So the recipe is Gladys's graham squares, and I have it here on this old recipe typed out piece of paper. Now, if you don't know what I'm referring to and you haven't seen that video, please go check out that video first. I think that's going to help you. That's going to explain to you what we're doing here throughout the winter as I make several recipes from that heritage collection. Okay, the recipe says to put graham crackers on, it said probably 2 cookie sheets. Now this is only one. This is my Uncle Pete's. I do use heritage cookie sheets even. My Uncle Pete immigrated from Germany, taught me a lot about baking and cooking. And so I'm going to try for 1 cookie sheet, and let's see what that turns out to work. We'll see how that turns out. If you are not familiar with parchment paper, please let me introduce you to it, because it is awesome. It's not like wax paper. It may look like wax paper, but it's not. Wax paper has a thin coating of wax, which will melt at high temperatures, and you don't want to use that in the oven. This is parchment, so it's not going to melt. I reuse it 2 or 3 times, probably 2 times. And it's just wonderful stuff, easy cleanup. Cookies never stick. It's just really good stuff. So I am just putting 2 sheets of parchment down, and then I'm going to line it with graham crackers. I'm just going to cover this with graham crackers. So far, this is almost 2 of those sleeves that you get in the box, and I broke them apart. Now, my mama made it something similar to this with soda crackers. Well, she called them soda crackers. Saltines. I don't use the term soda crackers, but anyway. When we were in Florida, we learned that actually soda cracker and saltine is technically 2 different things. But it's kind of the same thing too, if that makes any sense. Same general idea. What I'm going to do is actually see if I can get the most on here. I think I'm going to go ahead with a second pan of graham crackers, because the next step calls for a cup of brown sugar and a cup of butter melted and boiled for 2 minutes. So that's the next step. Cup of brown sugar, cup of butter, melted, boiled for 2 minutes. All right, I'm turning off the heat, and it says to add the nut meats. I'm choosing to use walnuts. I prefer pecans, but I have more walnuts than pecans right now. Nut meat is, in my definition, just really, really finely chopped nuts. It's a finer definition than chopped nuts. It's nut meat. All right, and then I'm stirring this together, and then I'm going to gently spoon it over the graham crackers. It says pour or spoon over the graham crackers. If I'm not careful, the nuts are all going to settle. To the bottom. Hey y'all, I just want to add here that probably you might want to try both pans of crackers, because after we tasted it, this is really, really sweetly concentrated on this one pan. So you might want to experiment. And I'm afraid if I pour, then I'm just going to make more of a mess than anything. So okay, I'm thinking one pan is probably maybe the best bet. One pan of crackers, so that's half a box. Because it would really not cover all the crackers if I use both pans. I think of these ladies whose names are on these recipes that I'm going to be making, and I wonder about the ladies, you know. How many children, how many grandchildren, no grandchildren, you know, what kind of life did they lead? All right, there we go. So I'm calling it one pan of graham crackers, or half a box of graham crackers. It's one pan. Because if not, you're not going to have your graham crackers adequately covered. And we're going to put it in a 350 oven for 5 to 10 minutes, the recipe says. All right, it said until bubbly. So those are bubbly, and we're going to let them cool for a little bit, and then we'll try them. They look like one big mass right now, but they will break apart. So I look forward to trying them. What variations would y'all do on Gladys's graham squares? I'd love to hear it. Here we have Gladys's graham squares. Who's going to taste them? Anybody? Oh.
I am.
Okay, here, take a little piece then. Eat it over the table so we can clean it up.
It's like it has honey in it.
Honey, here, eat it over the table so we don't have it. It's John Boy's job to sweep the floor, so he wants you to eat off the table, over the table, don't you, John Boy? You want them to eat over the table? All right, so, I like them.
I love them. L-O-V-E. I love them.
Definitely sweet. The cracker is still crunchy on the bottom, which is good. It's not soggy at all, but it's a good topping.
I love them.
You like it? Well, you like graham crackers. You do.
Sweet.
You want another one, you said? Okay, one more. We'll have to ration these because they're sweet.
Hello, Miss Homemaker.
What are you saying? Split it? Okay. Thanks for watching, and maybe you will try Gladys's graham squares. Oh, so how's the game going?
Good.
Who's winning?
Me.
You don't know?
I have more
Debatable.
barns.
It's kind of hard to tell because he has barns, but he doesn't have the most money.
Mm.
And he doesn't have barns in the most expensive place.
Okay.
So, well, actually, we're playing Monopoly, so he doesn't have hotels.
It's kind of hard to tell right this minute.
Okay, so y'all like those?
Mm-hmm.
They're buttery.